Now, like DistroKid, for example, is now having this thing where they're like, oh, yes, you can opt in to share your data with record labels. These distributors try to, especially the ones that take a big cut, United Masters, AWAL, Orchard, they all make it seem, I could not tell you how many clients and artists that we have talked to that say they're like, oh, yeah, well, AWAL is going to help me promote because they take 15%. So they're motivated. They want to promote me. Orchard they're going to promote me because they get 15%. And I'm like, you must be like, I don't want to be a dick, but like that is a terrible assumption to be making. Okay. They take 15% of what you do for yourself. It's like a tax. If you make $100 in streaming, Orchard and United Masters and all these distribution companies have done absolutely nothing for you other than put you on the place where you then market. Or if you're lucky enough for Spotify to put you in an editorial playlist, the distributor has absolutely nothing to do with that. Zero. So it's a tax. And then the thing is maybe there are the cream that rise to the top and promote themselves get an audience, then maybe these distributors say, hey, we can help because you've already done enough for yourself. We might as well keep taking 10 or 15%. But the thing is like,
well, and that's AWAL's whole pitch. If you look at
now
the website,
Sony's get the resources of Sony, and it's going to be a bunch of bullshit. Calling it now, so you're right.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's my guess. What AWAL is going to end up doing. The Orchard's really targeted at. There's a lot of attorneys out there that will offer distribution services, and what they do is they partner with the Orchard. The Orchard goes, yeah, okay, we're going to take 15%. You keep 5, we'll get 10. So what the Orchard really is doing is looking for those white label partnerships that lets people distribute without saying, oh, it's the Orchard. So I could see them completely operating outside of each other because they are completely sustainable businesses on their own. They're consistently just making an income without Sony having to do anything. Because everyone's just giving up this percentage. The Orchard really, a lot of attorneys, I mean, I've talked to them. I've had clients that are like, oh, we've got a distribution deal with this attorney in Miami. I'm like, why? Why are you giving up 15%?
Well, because it sounds cool to have a distribution deal. They're going to help because they get a cut and they're enticed. I'm like, well, if they didn't put any money in, they're not doing anything for you. They're just getting 15% of what you do.
It's not like you're getting free legal services. Right. You're just giving. It's not like you're paying for anything. They're just like, oh, we'll distribute it for you. That way, if anyone infringes, we can let you know. They would know just like anyone else knows. It's not like there is no benefit of giving that away without a guarantee of promotion from the company. And you're not going to get that guarantee ever. Everyone just says, you have a chance. You have a chance to be on 2K. We've talked about that. You have a chance to be on additional playlists. Elliot and I could go put anyone on Songflower on some playlist and now just advertise.
You have a chance.
You have a chance. This one person before did it, or this person who distributed through us got on a curated playlist. You have a chance too. Of course you have a chance. You always have a chance. You don't have to give up 15% for that chance. And I think that's the biggest thing people aren't realizing. But AWAL boils down to is Sony won it for that 15%. That's how valuable 15% is. You guys don't think it's that valuable. But it's worth $430 million to Sony to buy AWAL. And AWAL is not huge. It's popular, but it's not DistroKid. It's not United Masters. $430 million. This is why Google partly owns United Masters. This is why Spotify partly owns DistroKid. It's so much money being made in these services by just giving up a percentage. Because the artist never realizes they're not making it. I just mean, look at what you've made, multiply what you made by 1.15, and that's how much more money you would have made. But you'll never see that because they always make sure they take the calculations before they tell you how much you would have made. They don't want you to know how much you've paid them. Go do the math at how much you've paid them. United Masters, even DistroKid. Go look at how much you paid DistroKid for what they've done.
And modern day music distributors are literally like Dropbox. Like you literally take the file from one side, click and drag it, and give it to Chester over here. Boop. And now it's done. It's on the highway. And it's automatic. Yeah.
It's not like you and I have to go in and look at everyone who uploaded their Songflower thing. The system, boom, gone.
It's all built. Okay. The system does it on its own.
Why am I paying 50? Why would you want to pay 15% for that? I understand you'd rather do it yourself if you could, but we've made it as cheap as possible so that you don't even have to think about doing it yourself. But yet people are still willing to give up 15% of their money. In the past 30 days in Songflower, we've had 2 million streams, which isn't many.
In the grand scheme of everything, yeah,
Like,
right.
In the grand scheme, that's not many. And that's about $1,250 that United Masters would have taken, which means it's about 15 to 16 that AWAL would have taken. If AWAL distributed 1,000 songs a day and each one got 2,000 streams, over a year, that would be 912 million streams
2,000 songs a stream a
Times-
day, or 2,000 streams total?
per song. They're taking 15% of that. That means, I mean, this is pretty damn high. That's a lot of music, right? $136 million.
Jesus. Damn. Well, it looks like Songflower
break.
was set up the wrong way. No, but that's the thing, though. It'd be one if these distributors were doing something where it's like, oh yes, I understand why they're doing X, Y, and Z for you, and they're generating a return. Okay, it makes sense to give them 10 or 15%, but they're doing nothing. Zero, zip, zero, nada. My dog did as much for your music business today as your distributor has done in the life of your relationship with it. And yeah, so sync on that. We're going to take a quick break.